in this lesson, we'll look at a different asset you can use to practice building from base shapes. Alright, so the next part is your exercise, and you're going to be creating this object here. And again, this is in your images folder under that reference files folder. So looking at this in 3D, we can get a little bit of a better look. And this file is under 03_begin. And you can kind of inspect this on how it's made if you want to, just to kind of get started with these skill builders. But looking at this object, what we want to do is we just want to inspect the overall shape of this object. What could be a possible base shape that we could use to create this particular object? So kind of looking at it, we've got these arms that are pulled out here. So what tool could be used to create that kind of effect? And if you have the idea of what tool could be used for that, then you can start to break it down into what is the base shape that was actually used to use that tool. So with the arms out of the way, what's underneath that? Okay, what is that shape? Looking at this bottom portion here, we've got this flat bottom and then the sides. What can be used to create that? How is that created from one primitive here? So just kind of think about some different ideas, breaking down the tools that were used to make this object, and then even just looking at it itself, what tools could you use to create that object? So really just break it down to the base shape. Now, with these skill builders, one thing that I want you to know about is that you can go into your layers manager, and right now this object is under the 0 default layer, and that's the layer that you're going to be working on. But you'll also have the ability of looking at these hints, and so all you have to do is just simply unhide it, and it will show you the next step in this process. So you can kind of inspect that and then get an idea of where to go from there if you're having some issues. But I really encourage you not to do that as much as possible, because the whole point of using the skill builders is just really to open up your brain and to really think about the problem that's at hand and tackle that in any way that you can. Now, also with these skill builders, there's not just one way to create this object. If you wanted to use a specific primitive and you get the same result, or you think that your result is a little bit better and it goes a little bit faster, by all means go ahead and use that. That's simply just a different way of creating the solution. So the faster the better, I always say. So as long as we create the what is in the concept image itself. So again, just keep your practice up. Experiment with some different primitives. These are always small projects, so you can do experimentations, and if it's not working, scrap it and try a different one. Just get an idea of what tools to use, how to experiment with it, and go ahead and take a look at this and rebuild it in your own project. Now, what we're going to do in the next lesson is we're going to take a look at this project itself, and then we're going to rebuild this. And I'll just show you the solution for building this and just one possible solution for building this. So good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.